taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Hey yo, what it do? You know who this is? Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building, man. You know what you tuned into? Ring Gang Radio. You know what I'm saying? Shit's real talk. We talking about it all today. So we got a lot of shit for you, to talk about, and y'all gonna love this shit. So, you know what I'm saying? First off, let me introduce my boys. I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yeah, what's good, Joe? It's Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, man, and I'm very happy to be here, on this lovely Sunday afternoon now. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it.
Hey, it's my guy, Pat Scorpio, New England representative. I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, man? Shuttleworth the guy, the GOAT artist, aka LB, lot of Del Boss. You know what it is, you know what the deal is. RainGangRadio.com in the building. World is a op right now. He's out. Yes, sir.
LB, the GOAT artist who goes the hardest. World is op out now. You know what it is. I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's the Kid Conscious Pod, aka the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender preparing for liftoff. Destination Ring Radio. Let's get it.
Hey, Conscious Pilot. It's always that pilot talk, staying elevated. You know what I'm saying? And last but certainly not least, we got a very, very special guest with us, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. I've interviewed pretty much any Dominican boxer that's worth a damn. The one you thinking about? Yes, him too. I've interviewed him too.
Yes, sir.
Put some respect on my name when it comes to this Dominican boxing shit.
Hey, yo, man, that's my guy, Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. And damn, you know what I'm saying? It's the perfect day for him to be on, because we're going to be talking that Dominican shit today.
Hey.
So, even though I'm a Puerto Rican, it hurts me to say that, but we're going to talk that Dominican shit today. But before we get on, I just want to say, Broadway Joel just interviewed the trainer of these Dominican fighters, Bob Santos. Interviews out on his channel, Broadway Joel. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a really dope interview.
Salute.
I appreciate
Salute to Broadway for that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a dope interview with Bob Santos. He spoke about both the upcoming fights this next Saturday with Alberto Puello, Batir Akhmadov, as well as Hector Luis Garcia versus Roger Gutierrez. And then he also spoke about his fighter, other fighter he trains, in Carlos Adames. So it was a very, very good interview.
Yes, definitely. Salute. And thank you for that interview. It was dope. We look forward to seeing more of those type of interviews. All right, let's get into it. So, First event we talking about, Broner Figueroa, and we gonna talk about those two, but let's get into the undercard first, because this is a very nice card overall. So,
yes, sir.
So first off, we got the Dominicans. So the first card is Alberto Puello versus Batir Akhmadov for the vacant 140 WBA title that Josh Taylor just dropped. And this should be a very good fight. I know a lot of y'all are, most people know Batir Akhmadov as the guy that gave Mario Barrios hell. A lot of people feel that he should have won that fight, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm one of them, because if you ever heard me on them fucking casts, I give Akhmadov all the credit, because fucking Barrios irritates me. Has been irritating me since. Nigga, yes, nigga,
Next.
But since then, he's fought twice. He fought on the FS1 undercard for Ugas Ramos and knocked out Ray Perez in the first round, and then fought again on the undercard for Tank Barrios, where he stopped Argenis Mendez, sorry Joel, a Dominican fighter, in the 8th round.
Dominicans
Now he's got his hands full with another Dominican. Now, a lot of people, I'm not sure how familiar y'all are with Alberto Puello. He's fought most of his fights in the Dominican Republic. Very slick southpaw, and he made his U.S. debut on the Morel Fox undercard last year in December against Vashon Owens, and looked very well in that fight. Looked very impressive. So now these two, in order to fight, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. So first off, I gotta give the floor to my man Joel. What are your thoughts on this fight? I know you interviewed Puello. I know you went out to see him. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, what's interesting also, not to plug my interview again with Bob Santos, but Bob Santos is also the trainer of Mario Barrios. So he spoke on how he saw things that maybe Barrios could have done better in his fight. So he has experience in developing a game plan for Akhmadov, and possibly, let's just say, either Barrios wasn't as good as Puello, or the game plan wasn't what it should have been. He already has a experience in planning and studying Akhmadov. So maybe one thing he thought could have worked for Barrios, now he can maybe adjust that with Puello. Although obviously Puello's a southpaw and Barrios is an orthodox, but there is something to you having prepared for a fighter before. So I do think this is a competitive fight. Maybe I'm being biased. I don't think so, but I do favor Puello because I do think that Puello is he's very slept on. There's not much tape on him to study,
Right.
And he had a very long, extensive amateur career. He had I want to say it was around 300 amateur fights, and he's a very, very, very good fighter, and I think he pulls it off.
I mean, it's interesting because he has an extensive amateur background, but Akhmadov is no slouch because he was an Olympian for Russia, so he has his own little amateur experience. So this should be a very interesting one. So, LB, what you think about this fight?
I think it's real good. First of all, I'm not one of those dudes who think Akhmadov got some type of crazy robbery against Barrios. That was a competitive fight, close fight that could have gone either way. It just Barrios looked worse. And sometimes someone looks worse, we discredit them.
He got busted up though.
Yeah, but who's the motherfucker that got dropped? Who kept getting bounced around and shit, like Harlem Globetrotters and shit, like.
Nigga, he still won a whole bunch of rounds, nigga. That's the whole thing, nigga.
Still, man, look, man. It's the Tavares Cloud argument. I rest my case.
Oh boy.
But as far as this fight,
go ahead, nigga. Go ahead with your
Puello probably gonna win this 117, 111.
Damn.
But the judges will give him credit for the judges that make it 115, 113 though.
Oh boy.
So I'll just let you know it's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be the rounds are gonna be competitive, but there's always gonna be one guy just controlling them. And I think Akhmadov, he's gonna have a few moments because he could punch and he can box, but look, man, if Barrios could damn outbox you in little spots, look, dude,
Puello's gonna do that, nigga. What outboxing?
He set up those punches. Oh, I forgot. You're the guy that believe in lucky fucking punches.
Nah, nigga, I believe in punishing punches, and that's what Akhmadov did to Barrios.
Yeah, the punishing punches that landed this motherfucker on his ass. Yes. Those.
Well, those were minor punches. Those were flash knockdowns, my nigga. So.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. So Puello by decision. 117, 111.
What you think, Pat? What's your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, just like Joel said, Puello, there's not a whole bunch of footage. I mean, outside of the really one shot that he had, one fight in America or whatever. But Puello is definitely a slick fighter. Average puncher or whatever. But this is boxing. You don't really need to hurt someone all the time. He's got to make it look good. And Puello definitely can control a fight over the distance and whatnot. But as most people know, I back Akhmadov, for a lot of reasons, because I think Akhmadov is one of those World Series of boxing cats too. But he got on my radar with the Barrios fight, and like I said, the fight, regardless of my feelings of who won or not, was like a fight of the year shit, and I was impressed by his effort. You know what I'm saying? And then since then, he's looked a lot better than Barrios. Barrios is now a job boy Akhmadov is.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry for Barrios daring to be great, fighting
Yes,
Tank
sir.
and Thurman.
Yes, nigga, yes.
But better comp than Lomo's been fighting, and y'all can't keep him on.
Well, I mean, but it's also the level of competition because Akhmadov, if I'm not mistaken, is actually beating a former world champion in Mendez, whereas Puello still has still has the question marks for this competition because he's largely fought in the Dominican Republic, if I'm not mistaken. Jamal, correct me if I'm wrong on that. So I do think Akhmadov will probably win, but it will be close though. It will probably be like a 115-113 type of decision.
Oh, so you'll be that split decision judge that scored at the 115-113, and everyone else has it like 117-111, 116-112. Got you.
I bet you anything one judge will have a 115-113, bruh.
I just gave you all the scorecards. It's gonna be a split decision. 117, 111, 116, 112, and one judge gonna have it 115, 113.
I like this guy, LB. I like this guy.
Yeah, LB's a straight shooter, No,
and he picking Puello, man. Anybody picking Puello is good with me.
Of course.
Oh boy. Yo, Pilot, what you think about this fight? Yo, Pilot.
Can you hear me? Yeah. I'm
Put the drink down.
I lean towards Puello. Probably 116, 112. This would be a real competitive fight. Again, like LB said, I think Akhmadov would have some moments, but I think Puello will control the pace and come away with the victory. It's a real dope fight. 140 is probably my favorite division. It's deep as fuck. So, yeah, I like Puello in that.
Nice. Although you are right, he has fought all of his fights except the last fight in the Armory in the Dominican Republic. But there is footage of Puello's fight. Some of Puello's fights are on YouTube. Because I watched his fight against Jesus Antonio Rubio, the last fight before Vashon Owens. That's on YouTube, and I watched it, and he looked pretty good in that fight, where he won by unanimous decision. So there's other footage of there, and he's very slick. I think he's going to cause Akhmadov some trouble. I think Akhmadov will have his moments, but I think that Puello's going to win, and I think it'll be a 116-112 type decision. But I think it'll be a clear Puello victory, and Puello will be your new WBA 140 champion.
So everybody picked Puello?
Except for Pat. Pat picked Akhmadov.
All right, yo, kick Pat off, please.
He said you no longer allowed in the bodega.
I'm saying, geez, that's the first time a guest told me to kick rocks. So, geez, I feel some sort of way.
I mean, I knew he was gonna see. I was on the fence with Pilot. I didn't know who he was gonna pick. Low key, same thing with King P, because them niggas really hyped up Akhmadov last time. So it's like I didn't know.
I've never hyped that about it.
I just checked.
No, not you. Because you're looking at it. Like as a fight type shit.
I just looked up on DraftKings sportsbook. Akhmadov is actually a favorite.
I could believe that. Of course, yeah.
I could believe that too. I mean, because Akhmadov has more notoriety in America.
He's more well known out here, yeah.
So he's been on Showtime, on PBC, Fox cards stuff. So I'm not surprised at all. So hey, put some money on Puello. I might put some money on Puello.
What's the odds?
The odds? Oh, hold on, let me put it up again. But if I'm not mistaken, Akhmadov was a negative 195 and Puello was a plus 150.
That's kind of close. Yeah.
That's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
It's
my
close.
favorite.
Yeah, they respecting it.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. But what's weird is they don't have the Roger Gutierrez,
Hector Luis Garcia fight.
Yeah, they don't have it out.
Perfect segue.
Yeah, let's get it.
So we got 4-1 on Puello with our predictions. So 4 people picking Puello, 1 picking Akhmadov. Now this one's going to be interesting because in the second bout we have WBA 130 champion Roger Gutierrez versus Hector Luis Garcia. And how we got to this is actually very interesting because we were supposed to get Roger Gutierrez versus Chris Colbert for the title, and then Gutierrez caught COVID, and so Colbert fought in an eliminator fight against Hector Luis Garcia, who stepped in at a very, very short notice. And yeah, we all saw what Garcia did to Colbert, who many of us in Ring Gang were very high on. And yeah.
I was like a man versus a boy, bro.
Yeah, he made him look sad.
But one of the better ass whoopers you'll see in recent times.
Yeah, like Colbert, it was just like Colbert. I mean, he pretty much had to mentally quit and gone his, super defensive ways to avoid getting knocked out, like
getting dropped, he got bullied, man. That was it.
And once we all forgot about it, it's like we remembered it again once he was disrespectful to Harry.
Right.
And so we was like, oh damn, weren't you that nigga that got his ass kicked by that Dominican? Like,
yeah.
Hector Luis Garcia is another guy who had a very long, extensive amateur career. This is him getting his title shot, but he's 30 years old. So he actually went pro kind of late. He fought in the 2016 Olympics. I never seen his fight from the Olympics, but when I went to his, cause I was at the training camp in Vegas, I went over there and checked him out. He told me it was a very bad decision. He was like, it was very controversial, that he felt like he wanted to win a gold medal and so on and so forth. But he's somebody who also has a very extensive amateur career, has sparring experience with Rowley and Devin Haney, and it's seemed very, very motivated when I went over there to Las Vegas to check him out. By the way, I also him and Poyo were working out together, so I checked both of them out. And but yeah, this fight actually I think is a lot more competitive than the previous fight we just mentioned. I think the Puello Akhmadov is, although I think it's a 50-50 fight, I do favor Puello a little bit more. Like I'm kind of confident that he's gonna win this one. I'm on the fence, but I'm gonna go Garcia. I'm gonna go Garcia, but this is a really, really close fight.
This is a very, very close fight.
Yeah.
Pat, what you think?
I hear what Joel's saying because pretty much it comes to this. I mean, Garcia, like it seems like he's absolutely technically sound. He's a really high level boxer puncher, which I was really surprised about. Because the way he took Chris Colbert apart. Gutierrez not as much, but Gutierrez has power in both hands. Like dude's boxing is so and so, but it'll be more or less can Garcia take Gutierrez's power, because he has, like especially the uppercut or the hooker cut or the 3/4 uppercut that Gutierrez likes to land. Like, if Garcia,
the smash.
Excuse me?
The smash.
Yeah, the smash. Yeah, the smash. Exactly.
Shout out to Razor Ruddy.
Word. And so and then Gutierrez too is also sometimes he has bouts where he's not as durable, so that's why I was thinking it is very close though. But I am gonna go with Garcia on the minor upset. Wow. I do think Garcia will probably decision Gutierrez like 116, 112 ish.
Damn, there we go, and that's a tough one. LB, what you think about this fight?
And Garcia gonna beat this dude's ass, yo.
Ooh, I'm loving it.
Y'all really making this seem like this shit gonna be a close one like that. Like Gutierrez can fight, no doubt about it, man. But Garcia boxing is just on another level. Like, he gonna tame him with that jab. Like, I can see this shit starting out like a good jab battle. Then Garcia gonna start using his legs a little more, and that jab gonna start getting more dominant. And then you just gonna start seeing the cross come in, and then it's just gonna be over. It's gonna be wash, rinse, repeat decision. Like honestly, both of these fights are like the same to me. Like,
really interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, like Akhmadov just has a little more fire than Gutierrez, I think.
Okay, I mean Gutierrez, you ain't like how he looked against Rene Alvarado?
No, he looked good in it. Like,
the first fight, I like the gritty effort because it took the third knockdown for him to secure that win. The second fight, he won, but he didn't look all that great boxing wise. I just think both of them were kind of too wary of each other's powers, and it was just
he wasn't assertive enough, and like he gets in these moments where he's not assertive enough, And I think Garcia just is the more consistent thing throughout a fight. And if he gets that jab going, Gutierrez ain't gonna be winning rounds like that, man. Like honestly, like I can see, like if you was gonna tell me what fight had a chance of an upset more, I would say Akhmadov. I'm sorry, what the fuck? Akhmadov in the first fight. This fight, I don't know if I see Gutierrez, like the power. It's like just Garcia can't sleep on the power, that's all. But if he just stay composed in what he does, he outboxes this dude, man.
I mean, I don't know about but I did see him get outboxed by Tanahara. So that was a damning fucking fight where he got outboxed pretty solidly by Tanahara. So he could be outboxed.
And then also too, you saw when he knocked out Rocky Hernandez, who was like a real prospect in one round, and it's like he's definitely capable of putting away like killers in early. So that's the problem.
Man, but Garcia look like this is the thing. Like Garcia motivation right now is on a whole nother level. He wasn't supposed to win the last fight, and he literally like mollywopped this last dude, Colbert.
Good word.
And so now it's like he's on the world stage. Some people fight better with the opportunity, and I feel like you're gonna see a better version of him than what you did with Colbert, honestly.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure dude is gonna be as positively motivated because he was already talking that title shit in the interview after he beat Colbert. So yeah, I think dude really wants it. He's hungry.
Everybody's gonna be fighting to steal the show that night.
Yeah,
definitely. Pilot, what you think about this fight?
I mean, gotta piggyback off LB again. I think Luis Garcia should handle this. I even think there might be even late stoppage on Gutierrez.
You know what I'm saying, right?
So, I mean, I kind of can't really. I mean, I shouldn't copy what he's saying, but I just feel like he's riding a high and he's gonna continue it. And not even because of the Colbert shit. I just think I don't think that much highly of Gutierrez. So I think Luis Garcia will handle business and even might get a late stoppage or a pretty much wide decision victory for the title.
Which one you picking? Decision or stoppage?
Fuck it, I'll say it's stoppage in the 10th.
Oh shit! Hey.
That's what it is.
Okay,
I'll drink to that.
For me, I think this is a hell of a fight, and like I said, and I was flip flopping on it. I was like, ugh, because it's Gutierrez is sharp and he's a puncher, but Garcia definitely can box better and definitely has his own. He can punch too. So it's like, I think at the end it's going to be a really close fight. It's going to be a tough one, but I think that Garcia is going to eke it out. I don't think he's going to stop him, but I do think he's going to get a knockdown. I'm predicting a knockdown and unanimous decision, like 116-111.
Okay, well, slightly where I'm seeing, except I didn't call it a knockdown. But
I think Gutierrez is going to be there for the knockdown. So
okay, yeah, but yeah, like I said, I do think that. Well, I don't think no one really had it close. Pilot's calling for the damn stoppage. About Nothing and Everything pod, we're talking about Gutierrez and Garcia, the co-main for Broner Figueroa. That's what we're talking about. I see you just joined us. But yeah,
what's up, my man? Thank you for showing up. But yeah, I guess we're all picking Garcia. So hey, we should see two Dominicans raising their hands in victory this weekend. But who knows? We'll see. They're both going to be damn good fights. So,
it's nothing like Florida robbery fuckery. So
oh boy.
Both Puello and Hector Garcia are like on the promoter side. They're both PBC guys. Roger Gutierrez is a Golden Boy guy, and Akhmadov is also a PBC guy. But I would think Puello's more marketable than this Russian. No disrespect,
It's true. You're right. Yeah, he's a more valuable asset right now.
Yeah. He's undefeated, and right now PBC they're very invested in Dominicans. They got all of them. They got
Elvis.
They got Michelle Rivera. They got Carlos Adames. They got both of these guys. they're very, very invested in Dominicans, which I definitely appreciate.
You niggas got the Justice League of Dominicans right now.
I don't know if they owe some favors out in DR, but they definitely look. They're like, yeah, that's your son. Don't worry, I'll sign him.
Yeah, I mean, with the case with the Adamants, once TR like Top Rank didn't want him no more after what happened, with the Teixeira fight. Yeah, I think PBC was just more than happy to add some flavor to their middleweight contingent, which is lacking in any real good names. So it's
about nothing.
Cleanup.
About nothing and everything. Pod Gusto. He said they're about to get every Dominican Top Rank. Don't want to market.
Exactly, like I just said. Yeah.
Hey, look, put it like this: PBC has been heavily invested in Dominicans. Top Rank has been heavily invested in Puerto Ricans, and I think it's going better for PBC.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, but PBC,
you know what it is? You got to cultivate Well, I'm not saying it's like you. I'm saying like in general, it's just the Dominican boxing culture has to be cultivated more.
They don't know how to promote the Dominicans. That's why I started my channel. I'm gonna educate the public on how to promote the Dominicans. Yo, come on. They had Tank fight in Brooklyn, in New York. In New York City, we got mad Dominicans. And no Dominicans on that undercard. But they put Elvis Rodriguez and Michelle Rivera on the undercard of Tim Tszyu in fucking Minnesota.
PBC.
You get what I'm saying? And you would have put those dudes in the undercard here in New York.
Crazy.
That'd have been a good look. That would have been a good look.
Building stars. And see, that's the thing. Like with Puerto Rico, you got so many established legends in boxing where you already have the culture. So you could, like a blind man, could damn promote a Puerto Rican boxer. Like you don't have to do too much. Whereas
the Dominican fighters, like I said, I mean, not as much. No, you can't. I mean, pretty much something has to hook with them. I mean, PBC, they signed him. I think probably the last one that got any. I mean, Felix Diaz was on a PBC card a couple of times, and nothing really came of it.
The thing
he was a gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? So
let me put y'all on. So there's a new Dominican Olympic coach that he took over in 2017, but he was training the youth Olympic team starting from 2005. So all these Dominicans coming up, if we're being honest, they don't look like how the Dominicans used to look in the 90s and early 2000s. These Dominicans, they fighting a lot better. And when I ask them why, what's the difference, they're all giving credit to this new Cuban coach named Armando Hernandez. And I'm documenting history by interviewing all these boxers because I think this is the turn of Dominican boxing. This is where Dominican boxing is now going to be taken a lot more serious.
Right.
August 20th, when we get two crowned champions on the same night, will be that turning point. It will be that turning point where people could point. When was it that Dominican boxing started being looked at as a more serious, viable asset in the sport? August 20th, this August 20th, history will be made if both these guys can win.
That's what's up, and we'll see. We just got to tune in and find out. And I'll
be there.
Yeah, there you go. You're going to be there to watch it live and in living color. So it's going to be a great night for you, or let's hope it's a great night for you.
It will be. Look,
it will be. Let's put the good thoughts in the air.
Predicted, except Pat, both Dominicans to win.
See, that's 2 times, man. That's 2 times, Joel. Like I said though, I'm the host. I'm one of the co-hosts, man.
Pat always has the weird prediction take. Like he just does. Like
Pat's been trying to get one. He's been trying to get one off all year.
I'm the upset god over here. It's like Pat be trying to get his. It just don't be working like that.
No, Pat, Pat tries to Pat always goes for the obscure upset, and when he hits, he brags about it for like 6 years. Like this man's still holding around that. Oh, I picked Salido to beat Lomachenko. He still brags about that shit to this day.
I mean that one. that one was clear as day. I mean, if you use your boxing eyes, that was a clear as day one. I mean,
but you notice it was cool until I topped it with the Fury by 7-round KO for the Wilder rematch.
Hey, nigga, I'm the one who said Porter by Danny by unanimous decision, and Danny hadn't lost no damn unanimous decision. So
man, no one cared about that fight like that. Like,
nigga, you don't care about that fight because you're a Danny stan, nigga. That's why you don't care about that fight.
Dude, nobody was picking Fury to stop Wilder in the rematch.
Right?
Okay, then, like that's a way better pick than you're batting for 1,000. Toledo beat Lomachenko.
No. That salute shit was beautiful, bro. I mean, put respect on that nigga.
I mean, it was good. It was a good call.
Yeah, you guys called it, but it is what it is. But we still got one more fight, and it's the main event. Even though in Broadway's eyes, the Dominicans are the main event, but we got one more.
What, there's another fight? I ain't know.
Honestly, I feel like it's like 3 main events to me, man.
Yeah, it's the return of Adrien the Problem Broner.
Yes.
Who's come off quite a layoff. Last time we've seen him was 2021 February against Giovanni Santiago, and it was not a good one.
Yeah, you should have lost that one.
Yeah, it was a mid performance.
Very bad performance where they weren't they scheduled to meet at 140, and then neither could make the weight, and it's at 147. And and then since then we haven't heard a peep from Broner except when he's online on Instagram, kind of upset that he's not getting any fights.
Yeah,
now he's got his fight now against another guy that's had a long layoff and didn't look good the last time he fought, and that was one Omar Figueroa, who's another constant guy that can't get right. It's the battle of the two can't get right guys.
Yeah.
Last time we saw Figueroa, he was getting beat up by Ramos. So
we got stopped.
Yeah, he was being up in his fucking karate stances and shit like that. What is up with when niggas don't train right? They start doing Karate Kid stances. Like,
he was doing to me, myself, and Irene. I remember that. Yeah.
But I mean, now they're both back and they're both fighting each other. And surprisingly, I don't know why, but this fight is still being scheduled for 140, and I'm just like taking bets on if they'll even make the fucking weight, because when was the last time either of them made 140?
It's gonna be 140 something, that's
I don't know why they keep pump faking with that. Like that's the most stubborn weight for both of these niggas. Like 140, like no, it's gonna be 145. Like stop.
Yeah.
So Broadway, what do you think of this fight?
I mean, it's hard to because both fighters, have been very inactive and like kind of like you don't know who has what left in the tank,
Right.
The only thing I will say is that Broner's problem seems to always be to not let his hands go, and that's never been a problem for Omar Figueroa. Mm-hmm. So I know I may be the only one picking Omar, but I'm going to pick Omar off the strength that he throws more punches. And I either pick Omar by decision or Broner by controversial decision. But I don't think either one gets stopped. But I just favor the more active guy, meaning more active in terms of punches thrown, than a guy who seems to, have a problem getting off.
Right.
Pat, what do you think of this fight? Pat, what are your thoughts on this fight?
Oh man, like I said, this is definitely a crossroads fight. This is a pure definition of a crossroads fight. And most people know I've never been a fan of Adrien Broner. I was never pulled in with his gimmick or whatever. But I realized he was a talented fighter, but he just, he was just he was undisciplined ass nigga. That's pretty much the best way to put it. And then you lose for a guy who has all the advantages in the world of Floyd cosign, crossover with the casual shit. He let that shit all go away because he couldn't win the fights he needed to win. You know what I'm saying? And Figueroa, unfortunately, is bad because he has power, he has a volume punch. All the Figueroas have all these that weird talent, and they eat punches like his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But broken hands, sobriety issues, mental health issues, blowing weight constantly. Figueroa became a mess. Like both these guys were like a huge mess. So this pretty much means like the winner will probably just go on just to job to some other contender or champion, and the loser probably is looking at the end of his career. So my gut is definitely I have to go with Broner, because Broner, for yes, he doesn't, like Joe said, he doesn't throw enough. Like he throws like less than 100 punches in a fight, which is ridiculous to me. But those punches that he will land on Figueroa will also count, because Figueroa will pretty much eat every punch that Broner does throw at. And that's what I feel. Like Figueroa punches hard or whatever. But I
just see the damn about nothing and everything pod comment.
That this is a last man standing match. Loser becomes Robert Guerrero.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, but Figueroa is tough to stop. But I do think Broner will probably just win a wide decision. I'm thinking maybe like a 117-111 over Figueroa in this fight.
Interesting. All right.
Wow. Honestly, Pat picking Broner is probably the most uncharacteristic thing of the year.
Nigga, I'm using my boxing brain. I both these guys have problems, but Figueroa's problems, he has physical problems on top of his mental problems.
But I heard he been working out, looking good and shit. Like he kind of, like I don't know.
I saw his workout. I didn't think he looked that good. I didn't think Figueroa looked that good in his workout.
And he has broken hands. Like his hands, for as much as how hard he punches, his hands are injured constantly. So,
but then niggas said Broner didn't look that good. So it's like,
Well, LB, what's your take on the fight, bro?
Broner, of course. What the fuck? But you expect me to say that? That's the thing, like.
Right.
Broner by knockout.
Ooh, okay. What round we picking? What round?
9th.
Okay. It's interesting predictions so far. Pilot, what do you think?
Shit, he stole my shine. I was thinking Broner by knockout randomly, to be honest, too.
Damn.
I just think Figueroa is kind of a shell of himself. Broner is too. This fight could go one of two ways. It could be a real stinker, or it could be two guys realizing they're at the end of the road and this is their final shot on some late round Jesse Vargas Broner shit. That was that back after the fight was kind of good. So I think AB will escape though with the maybe like Joel said, maybe a controversial decision, but because he doesn't throw, he's gun shy, I guess. So, but I think Broner will win a decision that maybe some people will say it was a quote unquote robbery, but probably wasn't really at the end of the day.
And for me,
Pilot had a hesitation on that. He's like,
yeah, that's why I laugh. Like, comedians today,
because both these guys are at Crossroads, but I just think Broner has a little bit more left to offer in the boxing game.
I hear you. Me, oh my god, this is such a fucking weird fight with both guys that are just past it, and I don't know how much they have left. Broner, I'm pretty sure Broner was still the sharper puncher, even if he's not very sharp these days. But Figueroa's been broken down so long. He's still gonna throw punches, but I don't know how much punch he's gonna throw, if he's gonna have the sturdiness, or if he's even durable like he used to be. I think we're gonna see a worse version of Broner Granados. Like it's gonna be an uglier version of that fight. Ugh.
Yeah, but that fight wasn't bad though. Like
no, that fight was good. I'm saying this is like a part 2, but an uglier version of that fight.
Oh wow! So Abner Perez, Leo Santa Cruz, kind of ugly, or?
Oh god! Don't even mention that.
Wait, who do you got winning?
Me, yeah. I'm picking Broner about 115, 113. Like the skin of his teeth.
That's safer than a damn Canelo decision.
It might be. I was tempted to go draw, but I think Broner's gonna just eke it out.
He's due for a PBC draw if he kind of struggles.
He already got his PBC draw not too long ago. What the fuck?
He's due for a new one.
With Jesse Vargas, and he got the Santiago favorable decision. He's out to get a jail card.
That's why he has to. That's why he gonna win by KO this one. Like like niggas gonna be like, oh damn, the DeMarco version is back, but we know.
Yo, what you know the last time he got a stoppage was 2016 against Ashley Theophane.
This shit's wild now.
Yeah.
Oh man, he gonna stop Omar Figueroa? I don't see that.
I mean, look who else stopped him.
Abel Ramos. Abel Ramos is a good fighter though.
I know the Broner's a good fighter.
No, he's not anymore.
Here we
They
go.
about the same level. They about this like Broner and Figueroa is like the same level to me.
Broner don't throw enough punches to get a stoppage, brother. Those days are over.
But the thing is, I'm looking at it like the one punch power and Figueroa eating every punch clean.
I just picture Omar Figueroa, and I know I'm the only one picking Omar. I picture him smothering what's his name, Adrien Broner, and just being more active, and Broner just not getting off. That's the way I see it. I feel like this fight is gonna Broner's gonna have his back to the ropes a lot.
Oh yeah, that's a given. Yeah.
I think y'all kind of thinking this is Brandon Figueroa, like Omar.
No,
he wasn't doing that shit. Like he was trying to
and you thinking this is Broner from 2015, bro? Nah, this Broner's
this is Broner from like the Santiago fight that's gonna throw 35 punches, and he's gonna land like maybe 2 clean ones on a Santiago guy who has a decent defense. So Omar Figueroa, out of the 35 punches he's gonna average, he'll probably land 11 of those, and then one's eventually gonna hurt him, and then Broner's gonna hear something go off in his head, and we might get a stoppage. That's all.
He might get that rematch room stoppage favorable.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. See, Pilot see it like.
I can see it.
If Broner was to lose, I would not be surprised. So my thing, what's the over under in Figueroa's sister showing up?
That's the important part. Yeah,
she's gonna be there. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. She's gonna be.
She'd be there with Brandon.
Yeah,
fuck with Brandon, like the sister.
Yeah, Omar is the one that niggas had their hopes and dreams on, and we just was like, damn it, he can't get right.
Yeah, he can't. And truthfully,
and he still beat what's his dude, Ricky Burns, clearly to me, but
you're on your own on that one. I'm not gonna co-sign that.
He didn't beat Ricky Burns to me.
Hell no, he didn't.
Nah, that was as dominant as Chavez Zabik. What you talking about?
Oh my!
this nigga is trolling now. Trolling now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I gotta
shout out to Anthony Pantano in the comments.
I gotta rescore that one this week versus Chavez Jr.
Chavez won that shit, man. Like the harder punches, like it was a good fight though. Damn, I might have to rewatch.
Yeah, LB's trolling. You got to forgive him, people. He's
that ain't true. I don't troll. I don't troll.
Yeah, he's like I said, my man's trolling. You have to forgive him. He likes to have fun.
But I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. So. I guess it's 4-1 with Broner. We're all picking Broner. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised Pat picked Broner too. I'm gonna be.
You've heard me complain about Figueroa. Like it's not like I can see like Figueroa. I complain about him all the time, and I actually
because the name Figueroa is he still has an elite family name. So we'll talk about Figueroa more often. Broner is like he hasn't even been into no fuckery adventures, so we don't even talk about Broner like.
Oh, except because I remember I joined the first media call where Duke just kind of spazzed. And it was like, well, how come I'm not getting the type of shit that Floyd and the YouTubers getting and shit like that? And I'm thinking to myself, damn, like, bro, like, you're there supposed to answer some questions, not go spaz off like that with your trainer.
Oh, my gosh. But, I think that's about it for that card.